start, so please bear with me. All right, now I will not be moving the slides all in all, but then I will just be coming up with a summary of sort, right, for you to be able to better appreciate. Okay, now the internet, all right, so this is a global network of billions of computers and devices allowing worldwide communication, information sharing, and various services like email, video, and www or the World Wide Web. Now, it functions as a network of networks using the TCP/IP protocol suite and infrastructure like routers and switches to connect private, public, and commercial networks. So, emerging from the 1970s, the US research with the ARPANET, and ARPA stands for our Advanced Research Project Agency Network, and it became widely accessible in the early 1990s and has since revolutionized global communication and commerce. Now, the next question is how does it work, right? So the internet connects diverse networks like the academic, the business, the government, and the private into one global system, right? So this set of communication rules or protocols we call TCP/IPs, it is a transmission control protocol, and the internet protocol allows these different networks to talk to each other, okay? And data is broken down into small packets that travel independently across the network and are reassembled at their destination. Okay, so later I'll be showing you a video on how this data travels in the pocket, right, through the communication media. Now, as to the infrastructure, the most common would have been the routers and the switches, wherein they forward data packets between networks, while physical infrastructure like the cables and the wireless signals transmit these bits of data. Okay, so the key components include the www, the servers, and the clients. So when we say www, this is a collection of websites as what was discussed previously, diba? And resources you access through the internet using web browsers, but it is not the internet itself. Okay, and as to the servers, these are computers that store websites, applications, and other information that users access. And as to the clients, so these are the devices like computers and the smartphones that connect to the internet to access information and services. Now, as the history, the origin, right? The concept of time sharing, computer resources, and packet switching in the 1960s led to the creation of early networks. All right, so it all came from the ARPANET. All right, so this is funded by the U.S. Department of Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. Okay, so commissions research in the 70s with universities and researchers across the US and Europe developing the necessary protocols. And of course, as we move forward, the internet remained largely unknown to the public until the early 90s after the decommissioning of the original ARPANET and the development of the www. Now, communication enables as to the communication, one of the uses and impact is the communication, right? So it enables email, instant messaging, video conferencing, and of course, social media interactions. Another is the information access. So this one provides access to a vast range of information resources and educational materials. We also have the commerce, excuse me, and services, sorry, which supports online shopping, streaming media, file sharing, and other digital services. And of course, we have the mass communication. So this one revolutionized how mass media and the commerce operate on a global scale, right? Now, so basically, which is the best? As similar to the computer, we can have a broad, a vast way of defining what a computer is all about. Same goes with the web. Now, the internet. So when we say the best definition of the internet, right? So this is the global system of interconnected computer networks that uses the Internet Protocol Suite, the TCP/IP, to communicate between networks and devices. Right. When was it created? Okay. So it was launched. It was launched in January 1, 1983, which is an offshoot of what the ARPANET has started in 1969. Right. And so why is the internet important? So it is important because it provides access to vast information, enables instant global communication, can offer diverse entertainment, and supports online shopping and banking. And also it facilitates education and skill development and drives economic opportunities for businesses and individuals worldwide. Okay, so it has basically transformed daily tasks, connecting people, mergers the businesses, while fostering innovation and convenience, right? And so, internet in three words: network of networks, right? And so, what else about the internet? So, I think the reason why I opted to summarize it instead because we can easily come up with a summarization of what internet is all about in several seconds or several minutes, right? So now let me share to you. So far we good. Can I see a wave? Right. So we're currently joined by 43 classmates. Okay. So let me share a video. Please watch the video and appreciate basically how internet is. Okay. Can you see a wave if you can see what I'm sharing? All right. So I'm sharing a video, and what about the audio? Can you hear it? Can you see a wave? Thank you. Okay, so please watch and try to find out the different components as to the actors of this video, right? They belong to the component.
For the first time in history, people and machinery are working together, realizing a dream. A uniting force that knows no geographical boundaries without regard to race, creed, or color. A new era where communication truly brings people together. This is the dawn of the net. Want to know how it works? Click here to begin your journey into the net. Now, exactly what happened when you clicked on that link? You started a flow of information. This information travels down into your own personal mailroom, where Mr. IP packages it, labels it, and sends it on its way. Each packet is limited in its size. The mailroom must decide how to divide the information and how to package it. Now, the package needs a label containing important information, such as sender's address, receiver's address, and the type of packet it is. Because this particular packet is going out onto the internet, it also gets an address for the proxy server, which has a special function, as we'll see later. The packet is now launched onto your local area network, or LAN. This network is used to connect all the local computers, routers, printers, etc. for information exchange within the physical walls of the building. The LAN is a pretty uncontrolled place, and unfortunately, accidents can happen. The highway of the LAN is packed with all types of information. These are IP packets, Novell packets, Apple Talk packets. They're going against traffic, as usual. The local router reads the address and, if necessary, lifts the packet onto another network. Ah, the router, a symbol of control in a seemingly disorganized world.
Oops, sorry about that. Let's go with this one here, this one here. This moves here, this one goes here. I don't like this one. Let's go with this one. Let's go here. A little bit to the left. Let's move with this one here. Another channel here. Let's put that one here. Another one there. Let's put that one here.
There he is, systematic, uncaring, methodical, conservative, and sometimes not quite up to speed.
Sorry.
But at least he is exact, for the most part.
That's the one that was there. That was there. That was there. That was there. And this one was there. Oh, another one that was there. That was there. He's behind him. Still there. That was there. That was there. Oh, let's put that one there.
As the packets leave the router, they make their way into the corporate intranet and head for the router switch. A bit more efficient than the router switch plays fast and loose with IP packets, deftly routing them along their way. A digital pinball wizard, if you will.
Here we go. Here comes another one. And it's another one. Watch this, Mom. Here goes. Whoop, around the back. Hey, in there, in there, in there. Over the left, over the right, over the left, over the right. You got it. Here it comes. Right on. He shoots. He scores. It's going. Hey, Wayne. Here, watch out. Here comes another one. Oh, here we go. And it's gone. It's
As packets arrive at their destination, they're picked up by the network interface, ready to be sent to the next level. In this case, the proxy. The proxy is used by many companies as sort of a middleman in order to lessen the load on their internet connection, and for security reasons as well. As you can see, the packets are all of various sizes, depending upon their content. The proxy opens the packet and looks for the web address, or URL. Depending upon whether the address is acceptable, the packet is sent on to the internet. That is to say, corporate or management guidelines. These are summarily dealt with. We'll have none of that. For those who make it, it's on the road again. Next up, the firewall. The corporate firewall serves two purposes. It prevents some rather nasty things from the internet from coming into the intranet, and it can also prevent sensitive corporate information from being sent out onto the internet. Once through the firewall, a router picks up the packet and places it onto a much narrower road, or bandwidth, as we say. Obviously, the road is not broad enough to take them all. Now, you might wonder what happens to all those packets which don't make it along the way. Well, when Mr. IP doesn't receive an acknowledgement that a packet has been received in due time, he simply sends a replacement packet. We are now ready to enter the world of the Internet. A spider web of interconnected networks which span our entire globe. Here, routers and switches establish links between networks. Now, the net is an entirely different environment than you'll find within the protected walls of your LAN. Out here, it's the Wild West. Plenty of space, plenty of opportunities, plenty of things to explore and places to go. Thanks to very little control and regulation, new ideas find fertile soil to push the envelope of their possibilities. But because of this freedom, certain dangers also lurk. You'll never know when you'll meet the dreaded ping of death. A special version of a normal request ping, which some idiot thought up to mess up unsuspecting hosts. The paths our packets take may be via satellite, telephone lines, wireless, or even transoceanic cable. They don't always take the fastest or shortest routes possible, but they will get there, eventually. Maybe that's why it's sometimes called the worldwide wait. But when everything is working smoothly, you can circumvent the globe 5 times over at the drop of a hat, literally, and all for the cost of a local call or less. Near the end of our destination, we'll find another firewall. Depending upon your perspective as a data packet, the firewall could be a bastion of security or a dreaded adversary. It all depends on which side you're on and what your intentions are. The firewall is designed to let in only those packets that meet its criteria. This firewall is operating on ports 80 and 25. All attempts to enter through other ports are closed for business. Port 25 is used for mail packets, while port 80 is the entrance for packets from the internet to the web server. Inside the firewall, packets are screened more thoroughly. Some packets make it easily through customs, while others look just a bit dubious. Now, the firewall officer is not easily fooled, such as when this ping of death packet tries to disguise itself as a normal ping packet.
It's okay, go on. It's okay. No problem. Have a nice day. Be out of here. Bye.
For those packets lucky enough to make it this far, the journey is almost over. It's just a lineup on the interface to be taken up into the web server. Nowadays, a web server can run on many things, from a mainframe to a webcam to the computer on your desk, or why not your refrigerator? With a proper setup, you can find out if you have the makings for chicken cacciatore or if you have to go shopping. Remember, this is the dawn of the net. Almost anything's possible. One by one, the packets are received, opened, and unpacked. The information they contain, that is, your request for information, is sent on to the web server application. The packet itself is recycled, ready to be used again, and filled with your requested information. Addressed and sent out on its way back to you. Back past the firewall, routers, and on through to the internet. Back through your corporate firewall. And onto your interface, ready to supply your web browser with the information you requested. That is, this film. Pleased with their efforts and trusting in a better world, our trusty data packets ride off blissfully into the sunset of another day. knowing fully they have served their masters well. Now, isn't that a happy ending?
That ends our video about the dawn of the net, right? So have you seen it? Have you understood how internet works and how data are being transferred? Can I say a wave if you understood? Otherwise, you give me a comment. Okay, there you go. Okay, so basically that's about our topic for today, which is the internet. And then I would like you to. Oh, by the way, I have an announcement in our black screen. I hope you were able to see it. I encircled it. Okay. Okay, so prelim exam next week. Okay, so yeah, so be ready. Topics 1, 2, 3, 4 will be the coverage, right? And so if there are more questions in relation to our topic, the internet, together with its origin, structure, applications, and key terminology, you might as well want to focus your attention in our LMS for prelim exercise number 4. All right. So in lang, thank you for joining me this afternoon, and be well and safe always. God bless world citizens. Bye.